The Gatorade Cup Series makes a stop in Illinois as we're here in Joliet, Illinois at the Chicagoland Speedway just outside of Chicago for the running of the Geico 400. Some new and improved racing here in the Gatorade Cup Series. We're going to see some wild action here today at the Chicagoland Speedway. Charles Robert, the 9, has claimed the pole for today's race. To his outside will be the 56 of Danny Lloyd. Then third we have Stephen Taylor. Fourth is Justin Lightning, and rounding out the top 5, Anton Sharp on the 00. In 6th, we have Mathis Wells. 7th is Jake Galway. All 3 JGR cars end up inside the top 7, and then 5 Toyotas inside the top 7. So they performed well here at Chicagoland qualifying. Then 8th, we have Max Anderson. 9th is Oliver Galloway, and rounding out the top 10, Carter Friesen in the 38. The rest of the field has Landon Lyons to his inside, points leader Pena Salata in the 77. Then behind them, Steve Larker and Luke Rainey, along with Tim Gary and Dale Lightning. Then Jacob Davison in the 99, third in points coming into this race. His teammate to the outside, the 6 of Keegan Thompson. Then we have Nathan Stapleton and Sebastian Kukulon, along with Derek Hamill and Alexander Rowe. Then there's Trip McGinnis and Jay Jefferson, along with Greg Torres and TJ Hanley. Then we have Adam McDowell and Griffin Lynn. Behind them, Jonathan Beeford and Code Luigi. Then Jeff Bright and Roberto Rivera, along with Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and Josh Crash. Then we have Diego Yepez and Levi Shones. Behind them, Patrick Smith and Lawrence Palanpon. Then there's Anthony Hernandez and Ryan Taylor. And in the final row, row number 21, Eli Bryan, the 88, who's outside the 39, Joe Jefferson. So likewise, of the Toyotas, the Hedrick Motorsports and Stuart Haas Racing Chevrolets, both back in the back of the field here for qualifying, but they can make the way to the front easily here with this new and improved Chicagoland. That's our 40 car field. Let's go down trackside, get the command to fire these engines up to go racing here at Chicago. And a great command to fire the 42 engines up here for the start of the Geico 400 here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Charles Robert, Danny Lloyd on the front row for this race. It's going to be a wild one. We're going to see 3 and 4 wide racing here at Chicagoland. Crashes going to be looming around every corner. It's going to be wild racing where you can make the middle groove work depending on how your car works. Charles Robert, Danny Lloyd, we mentioned the Toyotas dominant qualifying. Will they be the same in the race? Can Chevrolet, the Stuart Haas and Hedrick Motorsports ones, come up to the front and try and challenge? 41 laps they have to decide the winner of this Geico 400 to the restart zone, the Geico restart zone, and we are green in the Geico 400 here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Alrighty, looking 3 wide. The person who started 5th gonna be almost your race leader. At lap number 1, it was Stephen Taylor, but Charles Bob's the inside lane to turn 1 is gonna try and clear Taylor as they come off 2. But Taylor keeps that run on the top side to stay side by side as a push from Mathis Wells. Right there, that's where the multiple groups can come in. That middle lane work for Stephen Taylor. His car's that good. And look at through 3 and 4 again. A great run by that 20. Off of 4, Stephen Taylor's gonna clear as they're wrecking the back. Rivera, Diego Yepez, some others. The yellow comes out. Taylor leads us back in the 20 car. And it's Jeff Wright, Diego Yepez, and Roberto Rivera who nailed the outside wall in turn 4. And our first yellow of the day with a 3-car crash as JGR leads us back to the caution flag with Stephen Taylor out front. Caution is out early on. Diego Yepez hits the wall hard with 2 others. Caution is out. We'll see how it happened. Going off into turn number 3, Roberto Rivera's in the middle lane. I think Coluigi crowds down a little bit, and Rivera sees that, trying to get down. And I think the 42 realizes the 42 realizes the 12 doesn't. The 12 comes down to the 87 of Yepez, and they slam up into the 5 of Jeff Wright. There's nowhere to go. Jeff's bad season continues. Right there, Rivera against the outside wall, and Shones barely misses theirs. That was somehow only a 3-car incident, and then Yepez and Rivera make more contact. But Jeff Bright's day is going to be done. Rivera and Diego Yepez, their days could very well be done. If they're not done, they're obviously not going to have a shot to win, as their cars are very, very torn up. Right there, I think the 12 days have just in contact right there. I think Rivera was kind of worried that the 42 was going to come down, keep coming down. Luigi noticed, Rivera did not in time, and that's how they crashed. We'll go on board Jeff Wright the 5 as he, just an innocent bystander in all this. He had nothing to do with this. He was on the outside lane falling back and gets collected in this big one. And that's a hard crash. Nothing Jeff Wright could have done either. There's nowhere he could have gone to be able to avoid that. Patrick Smith, second in points coming into this race, and was right behind Yepez and Rivera. So they made contact and went spinning. And Smith is lucky right here that he wasn't outside of them right here, that he was able to let off and get out and by without any contact. That could have been Smith's day done as well. Also going board with Levi Shones as he somehow barely misses this big one right in front of him. Now he's on the outside falling back as well, but he's further back right here. There they are wrecking, and Shones finds a lane to get by all three of them as they come off the wall. Great job there by Shones, and great reaction there. Shones still in this race. He's at the back of the pack, but he can make her way to the front easy here at this new and improved Chicagoland. Steven Taylor led us back to the caution flag. He stays on the racetrack, and I believe everyone does. Yeah, they're just waiting for the pace car to get caught up. So it's going to be Steven Taylor out front at the green flag here in the Geico 400 here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Going back green lap number 7, Steven Taylor out front here at Chicago. From that crash, 2 cars out, Jeff Bryant, Roberto Rivera. Diego Yepes has kept his car in the race, going to try and gain positions if they crash anymore. He's at the back of the field right now in 40th, and he's obviously going to be slow with that damage. So out front right now is Steven Taylor in the 21 of our JGR cars out front. Toyota 123 is Matheus Wells is second. Anton Charlebois is third. Then fourth is Max Anderson. Charles Robert back to fifth after starting on pole. Danny Lloyd started second. He's right now sixth. Jake Galloway in seventh. Justin Lightning, Oliver Galloway, and Pena Slayer points leader round out the top 10. So here we come into the restart zone for Steven Taylor in the field. As we're back racing here at Chicago. Great jump for Taylor right there. Gets away from his team a little bit. That draft's going to propel them all together. Let's see if Wells can make a move to the inside to turn 1. He stays in line for now. Max Anderson raw over the back of the 00 of Anton Charlebois as they come off 2. The 18 right in the bumper. The 20 now looks to the inside down this back stretch. Here comes Robert trying to make up the ground that he lost on the start of this race. He's going for 4th. As Anton Charlebois, where do they go? He goes to the high side with Steven Taylor's. Downloads Matheus Wells in the 18. JGR side by side for the top spot at the start-finish line. Taylor leads once again, but Wells has the inside. Can he make it work through 1 and 2? Can Steven Taylor get the run? Through 1 and 2. Taylor trying to use that middle lane. Wells with not much help down low as they come down the back. Jake Galloway, top to bottom there, gets down line behind the 71 of Justin Lightning. To turn 3, they're still side by side for the lead. Wells in the inside lane, gets a little clogged up there. Steven Taylor on the outside. Gonna try and get clear. Here's Charles Robert, takes it 3 wide for a second. Taylor gets clear in the 20. Off to turn 1, Charles Robert in the 9. Trying to get clear for second, but Justin Lightning forces a 4 wide issue for that second position. Charlebois backs out, gets back in line, but now there's still 3 wide down this backstretch. Lightning in the 71, Jake Galloway in the 11, Salah in the 77 down low. Steven Taylor's gotten up front to try and pull away and lead, but Justin Lightning in the 71, Jake Galloway in the 11, they're down low trying to pull up to the front. Lightning trying to get the push clear as Max Anderson has found his way down low. Lightning to second. Anderson looking low in the 98. Back there, Galloway slides up, and now they're in a 4 wide mess off turn 2. Almost contact Galloway. Danny Lloyd almost rubbing. Wells on the outside. Solana points there on the inside as they go through 3 and 4. Wells almost into the outside wall. He is. 18 car scrapes the outside wall of 4. And Carr's going to take to the grass right here. Laying in line to the 31 to the grass. Trying to control it off on to the track and now down to the apron. Back up. Saves the car because slows some of these drivers down back here. And we'll see if they can now get latched onto the back of this field. He slows drastically, still trying to get up to speed. Still not even over 200. At the front, a few cars that pull away. And Justin Lane's going to grab the race lead away. It's the 71 car. Moves to the front. Back there, some blocking going on. Steve Larker blocking the 2 of Luke Rainey off. So Lightning now leads. Steven Taylor got back down in line. He's looking for a move to turn 1. He has the inside lane. He has the preferred lane. And with no help up top, the 71's going to be fading down the backstretch. Trying to use that run off the top side to get a pass in. Max Anderson, Charles Robert back there. Look at Jake Galloway trying the high side out. Will that work for him? He's going to fall back big time in the 11 car. Steven Taylor trying to lead again. And he does by about half a car length. Steven Taylor leads to the stripe. Justin Lightning to the outside. Robert in the 9 from the pole back up to 3rd. Now for 2nd and 4th the race lead. And look how slow Yepes is. They've already caught him. He's only going 180. These drivers can break 210 down this backstretch. And which lane's going to prevail? The outside lane is going to be the one to go. It's going to be Steven Taylor to get around with Justin Lightning. And Yepes has blocked the whole field in the A7. Trying to get out of the way. Robert's going to get around in the 9. And Yepes still blocking the outside. Everyone's trying to scatter down to the bottom. Now that's just a tough, sour deal right there for everyone that's behind. Yepes really should not be out there if you're going 180 in the pack. That's a tough break there, but they're side by side for the lead up ahead. That's Justin Lightning back to the inside. Steven Taylor trying to retake it as they go through 3 and 4. Lightning trying to clear Steven Taylor to get out front. But he leads at the start-finish line. He's not clear quite yet. To turn 1. Lightning in the 71. Gonna try and get by Steven Taylor in the 20, and he does. So Lightning clears. Charles Robert and the rest of this pack on back to about 9th position here. And then you got 10th on back to, I would wager, this is about 30th. Somewhere around there. There's Landon Lyons falling back as everyone's still trying to get by Yepes. How about Pina Salata, Jake Gower, the two biggest losers because of Yepes? Neither of them have found their way around Yepes. They're finally going to get to the inside, but they were inside the top 10 challenging, and now they're back 38th and 37th at the back and just clinging on to the draft, if they are even clinging on. Look back up to the race lead as they come down the backstretch. Steven Taylor back to the inside, Justin Lightning. That 20 cars look so strong so far today. He's definitely the car to beat. But here comes Steve Lark up into the mix. How about Jacob Davidson, the 9-9, third in points, trying to get up to the points lead. As Salah is now at the back of the field because of the lap car. This could be Davidson. This could be his chance to try and retake the points lead away. Now Steve Larker to the inside of the 20. As they come down the backstretch. Jacob Davidson pushing him through. Larker trying to clear through 3 and 4. Steven Taylor in the 20 up top, trying to get the run. Davidson looking 3 wide in the 9-9. Had to back off of that. Steve Larker trying to lead at the start-finish line. He does. Taylor did not have the run up top. And now Larker to turn 1 has the inside lane. Davidson behind with the 6 of Keegan Thompson. And look at the 71. Going to force the 20 up top. 3 wide. Close there. But it's going to allow Steve Larker to get a little bit of an advantage right here. He's going to push from Justin Lightning to turn 3. And now they're 3 wide for a second. Davidson down low to lift big time. He got really tight. That allows Justin Lightning in the middle lane to get clear for a second. Charles Robert is going to try and get to third right here. Davidson falls back to 4th in the 99 car. Getting tight down low really hurt him and his teammate Keegan Thompson. But now it's allowed a little bit more drivers to get up here and try and challenge for this race. It's the rest of the field single file trying to get up to this front train. So right now up front we have Steve Larker, Justin Lightning, Charles Robert. They're clear 1, 2, 3. Jacob Davidson right now in 4th in the 99 car. As he's trying right now to get clear. As Keegan Thompson's teammate behind Steven Taylor is falling back outside the top 5 now. He's looking for the race lead. Justin Lightning to the inside. He had a help from Charles Robert there, but the 9 goes back up top to try and help Steve Larker out. To turn 3, the 71 beneath the 34. But the 9 goes up top with the 34. And Lightning has no help down low. Off of 4. Look at Luke Rainey 3 wide back there. Steven Taylor on the outside is going to get clear in the 20 car. So he's back into contention. Looking low in the 9-9. As Davidson tries to fill that hole, but Taylor's down there. Off 2 down the backstretch. You're already about to catch Yepes again. He's in 3 and 4. This is honestly that point where you just have to get out of the way. You just have to come off the track. At this point, you are 30 miles an hour slower down this backstretch. Move out of the way. Allow these leaders to race each other. They shouldn't have to keep fearing that they're about to catch you. That's going to allow Steve Larker to try and pull away. Right here's Charles Robert in the 9. Up top, getting a push from Jacob Davidson. He might get clear for a second. Justin Lightning's car doesn't look that great down low. Once he gets out front, it's good, but once he gets down low, it just does not look great, that 71. So Robert to 2nd. Remember, he started on pole. They're going to catch Yepes off 4. And down this front stretch, who's going to go? Larker up top goes. And Yepes blocks the 99 off. Now the 99 moves to the inside, but loses a ton of ground to the front 3. Yepes now holding up the middle lane as drivers try to get low and get by. They're going to use the middle and the bottom lane, but Justin Lightning, the one who's going to lose along with Oliver Galloway. There's TJ Hanley, Max Anderson, Dale Lightning losing a ton of ground. And that is such a tough break for those drivers. Caution is out. Yellow flag has come out, and it may have been for Levi Shones, Eli Bryce, down Joe Jefferson, Derek Hamill. So they wreck down the backstretch. They're 3 out for the lead. The yellow comes out. Steve Larker leads us back in the 34. And we'll see what happened. Derek Hamill, Eli Bright, Joe Jefferson have damage from a crash on the backstretch. Racing off turn 2. And I have to think this is because Yepes slowed up the field right here. No, yeah, Shones broke in the 17 actually. And Joe Jefferson slowed up, and some others didn't get that memo. Derek Hamill, John 3 for an Eli Bright run into it. So Shones had some sort of mechanical issue on that 17, which spun him, got him slow, and the 39 trying to avoid that, slowed, and then got run over from behind. Right there, there's Shones, 39 gets out of line. There's Jonathan Buford up into the 39. Derek Hamill, Eli Bright make contact, and they all go around, and the yellow flag comes out for the 2nd time here today, and allows the race leaders to catch their breath a little bit. They're 3 wide coming back to the start-finish line. Steve Larker on the outside led us back to the caution flag. He'll stay on the racetrack, and he'll lead us back to the green flag on the restart here late in the race in the Geico 400. We will restart with 14 laps to go on lap number 28. Steve Larker is out front of the 34 car. From that crash, no cars out. Yepes is 2 laps down. Shones has fallen a lap down. He's back on the racetrack, though, but his rough season continues. 38 cars on the lead lap. Some are damaged. Steve Larker out front for this restart in the 34 car. Behind him in second, Charles Robert. Then Steven Taylor is third. Fourth is Jacob Davidson. Carter Friesen fifth. Then we have Luke Rainey in 6th, Keegan Thompson 7th, Mathis Wells in 8th, Alexander Rowe 9th, and Sebastian Kukulon rounds out the top 10. Yepes came down pit road under the caution flag to get himself out of the middle of the field. However, if it goes green the rest of the way, they will catch Yepes once again under green flag conditions. So into the restart zone for Steve Larker and the 34 team. We are back racing here at Chicagoland. Look at the restart for Robert in the 9 car. He was already looking low at the start-finish line. Look at him into turn 1, but Steven Taylor looks low first. Taylor has had the strongest car here today. No question about it. But now he's found himself behind the race leader late in this race, and he's trying to rally. Here he is now up to second. He passes Robert. Carter Friesen from nowhere is going for third. Luke Ray in the middle lane is going to try and get clear to get inside the top 5. As Steven Taylor's a run to the 34, Steve Larker in his tire tracks. 13 laps of racing to go at Chicagoland. Steve Larker leads Steven Taylor to turn 1. Taylor stays in line. Looking a little bit lower through 1 and 2. Gets beside the 34 off turn 2. And down the backstretch, the side draft use out of the 20. Looking back there, that could allow third on back to try and close on as these two have kind of pulled away to a nice little gap. Through 3 and 4. Still side by side. Steve Larker uses that high lane run to get clear. Larker is out front now. Steven Taylor is second in the 20. To turn 1. Taylor. Where does he go now? He has to get some sort of help here. Here comes Carter Friesen in the 30 up top. Charles Robert in the 9 as well. Luke Green's going to fall back to 5th. As Keegan Thompson in the 6 is up here. Charles Robert messed up 3 and 4 right there. He falls off. Here comes Luke to the bottom lane, the 2. And look at Steven Taylor down low. Down into the tri-oval. 11 to go. Side by side for 4th as the front 3 trying to find a way. Look at Steve Larker trying to block the 20. Steven Taylor faked out right there. It looked like he was going high, but he went back to the inside. Where's Carter Friesen go? Does he help his teammate Steve Larker to turn 3? He does go up high with his teammate right here. That could allow Friesen to get to second in the 38 car. Luke Ray in the 2. He's going to get passed by the 9. Charles Robert to go high. 10 laps of racing to go here at Chicagoland. Friesen in the 38 trying to get the run off the top side. Taylor slides up. He washed up in the 20. That's going to put them 3 wide. Steve Larker is out front. Taylor in the 20 trying to get clear in the middle lane with Charles Robert down low. Taylor gets clear. Down low at least as Carter Friesen is still up top. Getting that push from the 2 of Luke Ray. They're already about to catch Yepes, who was even slower I think than last time. They have 9 laps and they have a lap car ahead. Which lane is going to be the one to prevail? Steven Taylor down low, still trying to pass Carter Friesen. He will off turn 2. They're going to catch Yepes down this back stretch. Larker trying to get low. He has to slow up. Taylor gets by. Carter Friesen stuck. Davidson gets low. Friesen to the middle lane. Now everyone's going to try and get around right here as quick as they can. They want to stay in touch with the front pack. As Taylor and Steve Larker are side by side, this pack tries to get around. Hernandez jumps to the inside. Contact made. Under 10 laps of racing to go, and they're side by side at the point. Larker up top, Taylor down low. Look at Luke Ray there in third. Where is he going? The 2 car. He's going to be looking 3 wide, but he stays in line with the 20 for now. Through 3 and 4. Steven Taylor in the 20. Still trying to clear Steve Larker in the 34. And they have Luke Ray there in the 2 as well. 7 to go. No lanes gained the advantage so far. Taylor in the 20, there's a car blowing up in the middle of the field. It's Mathis Wells in the 18. He was running inside the top 5 all day. And it slows up Steve Larker, who was leading a little bit early on. Now Larker falls back through the field and will be out of contention. Meanwhile, at the point, Steven Taylor leads, but Luke Ray to the bottom lane, the 2 car. 6 to go this time. 4 cars are under a blanket for the lead. Charles Robert, the 9 back up here. Keegan Thompson trying to get caught back up. Trent McGinnis is coming back to the front, along with Jacob Davidson, the 9-9. 5 laps to go this time by. And they have more lap traffic. Derek Hamill's Mathis Wells is stopped. Does that bring out the caution flag? No yellow yet. Wells is on pit road. But they have more lap traffic to deal with. Taylor and Larker on the outside lane. Gonna get clear right here. 5 to go this time by. A yellow flag would end it. It's Taylor leading Larker. Now Larker to the inside of the 20 to turn 1. Gets a little tight. Slips up. Taylor going to try and get clear, and he does off turn 2. Now Luke Ray trying to get the second position back from Steve Larker, trying to run at Steven Taylor. Through 3, though, he gets really tight down low. He has to back off, and here they come into the lap traffic at Derek Hamill. They're going to catch him into the tri-oval. Taylor goes high, but gets caught up. No one right now at the run. To the inside, they're going to go. Luke Rainey's going to get caught. Charles Robert, Trip McGinnis is up top. Ryan Taylor coming through. Taylor and Larker right now run 1-2 like they have most of this race. And now Keegan Thompson on the 6th. Up here in 3rd. With Jacob Davison in 4th, Ryan Taylor is up to 5th. Now about Trip McGinnis in 6th. Who's going to have the advantage at the start finish line? It's going to be Steven Taylor with 3 laps of racing to go. Jacob Davison to the bottom for 3rd. Keegan Thompson looking 3 wide. To the middle lane. It's going to really hurt Steven Taylor right here. Walker in the 34 trying to get clear. Yepes is up ahead 3 and 4. Once again, they will catch him one more time, I believe, in this race, as they're coming to 2 laps of racing to go. Steve Walker is out front now in the 34 car. 2 laps of racing to go, Chicagoland. Larker trying to hold off the field. Steven Taylor on the outside going to get clear right here for 2nd. He's going to have another shot at this 34 car. The 20 has been dominant all day long. He finds himself now in the 2nd position, coming to the white flag in the Geico 400. This will be the final lap, 1.5 miles left. Steve Larker leads Steven Taylor to the white flag, and they have Yepes ahead. They're going to go to the high side. White flag is out. Last lap at Chicagoland. Larker leads Taylor to turn 1. No one with the advantage yet. Now Taylor looking to the bottom of the 34 off turn 2. He gets beside me. McKinney stayed by him. Down this backstretch for the final time. Larker is clear now. Taylor needs to send off into turn 3. He's not going to be able to. He's going to try and look now to the bottom lane. Off of turn number 4. Larker's up top. Steven Taylor down low. Steve Larker wins at Chicagoland with the high side run. Steve Larker out front and out duels Steven Taylor to win the Geico 400 here at the Chicagoland Speedway. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Geico 400 at the Chicagoland Speedway. 2 caution flags for 8 laps, 7 lead changes, only 3 drivers led this race. Steve Larker, the one that led the most, 20 and 41 laps. He got to victory lane over Steven Taylor, led 18 and 41 laps. He got to 2nd. Ryan Taylor comes from nowhere to get 3rd. Keegan Thompson 4th, and Trip McGinnis in 5th. Then we have Luke Ray in 6th, Jacob Davison 7th, Charles Robert from the pole ends up 8th, Anthony Hernandez 9th, and Tim Gary rounds up the top 10. There's our top 20. Justin Lightning in the 71 scored 13th. He was the only other driver to lead laps. 3 laps he led in this race. Surprised to see only 3 drivers led laps, as we had passes for the lead, or battles for the lead, most of this race. Yepes finishes 4 laps off pace and definitely played a role in who had a shot at the end. Matthews Wells a valve issue. He was running inside the top 5, top 10 most of this race, but he ends up out in 40th. Let's now go look at the point standings. Here are the point standings following Chicago, and we're going to head into another unknown next race. But it's Jacob Davison back on top of the points as Steven Taylor climbs to 2nd, 11 points back. Pinion Salata falls to 3rd, 27 back. Trip McGinnis is 4th, and rounding out the top 5, Patrick Smith falls from 2nd to 5th. Then with Ryan Taylor up to 6th, Keegan Thompson 7th, Justin Lightning is 8th, Anthony Hernandez 9th, and Max Anderson rounds up the top 10. There's our top 20 in the point standings. Right now, no winners inside the top 20 points are outside the top 10. So if you're a winner inside the top 20, you're in the top 10 points, but then you have winners down below 20th, like Josh Crash, who was 22nd. You have Alexander Rose, 30th. Steve Larker now with that win moves up to 31st. He has a ton of ground to make up to try and get even higher in points. We will look ahead now to our next race, which will be held at the road course in Wisconsin, the Verizon 350 at Road America. I'll see you guys then.